When we talk about play, we usually imagine laughter, speed, and winning. But through advanced play design, I discovered that play can also be slow, quiet, and deeply personal. Sometimes play isn't about fun, it's about attention, it's about listening, breathing, and noticing how the smallest things can change how we feel. This semester, I explore play through light, space, sound, objects, and even thoughts about psychological pressure, trying to understand how play can become a way of thinking, not just doing. It all started with light. I was inspired by artists like Jam and Olafur Eliasson, who use light to make people aware of their own body in space. Therefore, I built Wi-Fi Room, a small dark room covered with mirrors, where visitors hold a single light source. When they move, the light ripples across the walls like water. Nothing happens quickly there. It's about breathing, about being present. Your stillness becomes an action. This project connects with contemplative play, a form of play that invites quiet participation and self-awareness. Light becomes both the medium and the player, and the body becomes the instrument through which space begins to move. After that, I wanted to step outside to see how play could exist in real places. Inspired by Jenny creative audio works, I began to think of city or even a single room as a narrative space. That's how Hidden Story was born, a small AR storytelling game using Zapper. I hid creepy image makers around an indoor space. When players found and scanned them, small fragments of a story appear in AR. An image, a phrase, a clue. One by one, the story unfolds through moment. This kind of experience relates to critical play because it transforms a familiar environment into something uncanny. It also connects with ludic play, where discovery and curiosity drive the interaction. The room becomes a character and exploration itself becomes storytelling. The next week, I turned my attention to sound. I was inspired by Raphael's Pulse Room, where human heartbeat rhythms turn into flickering lights. I wanted to create something that also connects sound and light, so I built sonic light using a circuit playground express. It senses sound frequency and rhythm, translating them into glowing LEDs. When you blow air through a straw, more lights turn on. When music plays, they flash to the beat. It's playful, simple, and immediate, showing how technology can make sound visible. This is about material play because sound becomes a material we can manipulate, and also about ludic play, inviting experimentation, reason, and joy in testing the limits of the system. In play and object, I went back to physical materials, back to the table, the hands, the small things. Inspired by Lot's cut-off animation and William's stop-motion drawing, I built tiny paper models and illuminated them from different angles. Inside these miniature spaces, light and shadow perform their own choreography. I photographed each shift of light and assembled them into a stop-motion film called Paper Light Shift. It's about transformation, about time passing slowly enough to see it. So the play theory I use is material play because it involves direct engagement with texture and form. But it's also contemplative play because the viewer is invited to slow down, to simply watch light breathe through matter. My final project, The Choice Room, took place in a darker direction. I was inspired by the philosophical trolley problem and games like Papers, Please, This War of Mine, which explore guilt and moral weight. I wanted to turn force into something psychological, something that presses on the mind. In the game, the players stand in a sealed room with two buttons and 20 seconds to choose who lives and who dies. Each round, the decision becomes harder, from strangers to loved ones to yourself. The ticking clock glows louder, the lights flash red. It's both critical play and dark play, play that creates tension instead of relief, forcing reflection instead of victory. Even after you escape, the room stays in your head. Looking back, this 5 project taught me that play is not one thing. It's a language that connects movement, emotion, and thought. Through series like Flanagan's Critical Play and Dark Play, I learned that play can challenge the way we experience the world. It can slow us down, disturb us, or open a new way of seeing. For me, APD becomes a personal experiment, a way to transform curiosity into reflection and reflection into creation. Play can be serious, fragile, and even uncomfortable, but it always brings us closer to understanding what it means to be human.